I pause the thing and I turn the mics on and everything magically starts working. The machinery swells into life when I hit the thingy that does the thing that does this. Yes, and we are good to go. I have realized that my MIDI controller is not sending any MIDI, which is bad for a MIDI controller, but good for something that's designed not to send MIDI. Unfortunately, my MIDI controller is designed to send MIDI, so it was not too great. But either way, I suspect today will be nice and quiet because I am super tired and over-caffeinated. So, what I was going to do today is, as I so often do, rehash what I was rehearsing the other day because I'm still not good at it. I am having awful trouble between the hands and the feet. And I really want to fix that. I am zooming a lot. No! Hello. Also, I did like a sound test earlier, so hopefully it sounds a little bit nicer than before. Maybe, I'm not sure. But either way, I'm unhappy with my hand-foot coordination because it's really bad. So what I wanted to do is to work on that today. Which means I'm probably going to have to warm up all of the usual stuff, so I'm going to start off by, first of all, stretching, because I totally forgot to do that. I have got a load of weird aches and pains from, like, not stretching before. It will happen to you, it will happen to everyone. So it is well worth admitting that we are not infinitely flexible and actually stretching stuff out before we do stuff. The one that I really like, and by like I mean don't like, is one I saw Ola England do, where he gives someone a thumbs up and someone a thumbs down. You look at the thumbs up and then you stretch that, and then you turn them around and look at the other one. And for some reason this is awful, this absolutely wipes me out, and if you flip it back, it absolutely wipes me out, but it's amazing. You can try that right now and you will see exactly what I mean. It's crazy. But the wrists and not the ankles really, but like the calves and shin muscles, I've messed up my feet doing like practice without stretching them, so I'm gonna do that. But my hands are basically fine, pretty much. So I'm gonna start by just doing a whole load of finger singles while I ask y'all, how are you doing? I also suspect today's going to be a quiet one because I think everyone's out today. So, I'm just going to get a nice quiet rehearsal in if everyone else is gone. Because I am mainly in this for getting used to performing for an audience, because I'm really bad for overdoing it, and if I have to do stuff that I have to actually pull off in front of an audience instead of just always gratuitously overplaying my studio, which is what I do, then it's probably going to give me a little bit more discipline, which is something I sorely lack. Sleepy is good. Feeling good is good. Everyone should be feeling sleepy but good. What have you been up to today? I know what you've been up to, but I want you to talk about it, because otherwise all you will have to accompany you for the remaining 2 hours is this sound. But at twice the rate because I'm only tapping the right hand. Tap, 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 tap. It'd be more like that is the noise that it would make. Alas, alive. I'm super tired. I think I said I am, yay! Pixel making, producing pixels himself. I assume that is like creating pixel art, rather than just creating pixels themselves. That feels like kind of like building computer screens or something. I was going to say something. Yeah, I feel over-caffeinated. I'm very shaky, but I think like I'm not anxious. I'm just shaky and kind of twitchy. I'm not over-caffeinated, but I do think I'm over-faffinated because I've been faffing about all day instead of getting any work done. I started on a thing that I was supposed to do ages ago for one band. There's like one track left from an album I'm supposed to be recording, and I haven't done. It's not even. I think I'm supposed to demo the drums because at the minute they are just over-silinated. At the minute they are just super placeholder drums, so I need to replace them with regudulated drums. But that is my kind of, that is what I was up to today. I'm certainly at something else. I did the stream audio test. No one was supposed to join the stream audio test, but then they did, which was kind of a surprise. So that was kind of fun. And by fun, I mean people got to hear how rubbish my cheap microphone was that I bought and have since replaced. But yeah, so, fingers, do I need to warm that up more? I mean, the answer is yes, because these are weak as hell. But it's close enough. There is a particular... I am always good for enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is a good thing. Everyone, like... I had a load of people telling me, oh, you know, I'm really sorry if I derailed the stream with talking about silly stuff. It's like, no, talk about the silly stuff. If I am here playing drums instead of talking silly stuff, then it would not be as an exciting stream as it is. The fun really happens when all the chat comes out. So, by the way, how are you? But as I am kind of doing stuff, what am I doing? I wanted the arm or the wrist to fingers action. Trying to do this from a James Payne exercise, who is kind of the probably the world's leading educator on blast beats, I guess. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's really not good. I'm gonna have to set a metronome because this is not conducive to good technique. So I will grab my metronome and I will set it to a brisk 150. That is not a metronome, that is Discord. I'm going to set a metronome to a brisk 150. Zoom beats. Fast beats. I like big beats and I cannot lie. And I don't mean beetroot. So, a brisk 150, which is going to be nice and slow for, like, you know, blast stuff. But tap 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 tap. The goal. Beep 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 beep. How obnoxious is that on the desk mic? Because I assume, because for me it's quite quiet. You know what I could do? I could get some, like, I don't know, some rhythmless, droning zen in the background. Would that be an improvement? Or would it just be kind of weird? Turn it into like a relaxation stream. Maybe that's what it should be. Rather than a, I don't know, a hard labor stream, which is D&B. If I put D&B on in the background, then it just gets really annoying if I try and rehearse at the same time as that. A lot of the time when I'm trying to watch stuff, I have to find YouTubers that don't use any music, because if I do, then anytime the music comes on, it's just really distracting. Unts, unts. Is the kick drum, the ts is the hi-hat. Unts, 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 unts. I can demonstrate that later. But yeah, it is a whole load of trying to get these to phase with each other. Rather than flamming with each other. Which drum does the unts unts comes from? That sounds like the run up to like a joke, but I can't figure out what the punchline would be. The unts you later. The unts drum. I can't think of anything funny to punchline that with. Except lying. What drum does the unts come from? The eardrum. It's not funny, it's just like a non sequitur. Speaking of things that are non sequiturs, I am playing a gig in a couple of days, which is kind of cool. And I just saw earlier that Kairos have released a new track, and it goes chog, which is cool, because I like songs that go chog. But trying to get that, that's actually not too bad. I've really had trouble with that left hand here. Trying to get the left hand to sync up with the right. It's acceptable. It's not good because there's slipping and sliding happening with the left hand, which is the least fun place for slipping and sliding to happen. As I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to get my left hand to match my right hand a little bit more. It's making progress. This, a year ago, was, to be frank, not impressive. But now I'm kind of making a little bit more progress. It suddenly means that a lot of things like the blast beats I was doing before suddenly come together really, 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 really nicely. Hey, that's been 5 minutes. Which means we can move on to the next thing, which is gonna be so I'm only supposed to be doing hand-foot stuff. Then I suppose I should start off with hand-foot stuff. Tap 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 tap. Who's Frank? Frank who? Oh, this is gonna be one of those like I heard Diane can't play Ligma or something like that. Who is Frank? Drummer's called Frank. I can't think of any Frank drummers. Except Frank Zappa, but he's not really famous as a drummer. Frank drummers. There must be one. There must be a drummer called Frank. Alas, I can think of none. Something's rattling. This hand-foot, 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 hand-foot. It feels really, 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 really uncomfortably slow. I feel like I should like speed this up. But on the flip side, I expect that going at this kind of speed will probably smooth this out a little, because it really, really, really needs it. Or I could just go see, that feels like a more appropriate speed. But again, it's not quite super, it's not super fluid, and it should be super fluid. Taka, 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 taka. It was fine. I think I failed to achieve anything this morning. Oh no! I had a student I forgot about. It was terrible. Suddenly got a knock at my door, which is always alarming when I'm not expecting one. And a student turned up, and luckily, the lesson was really, really good. It looked really bad. It was the first lesson as well. It looked really bad if I just no-showed the first lesson. But it was fine. I was really bad at changing my schedule if something changes. But I think they were very impressed, so I need to ask them for a review. But yeah, how was your day? I've got to try and do everything in like rhythm with what I'm saying so that it doesn't throw my timing off. But if I do that, then I sound like a robot, which feels really weird. I was doing this on the stream test earlier just to try and get Sam to help me sort the stuff out when I was making the audio, but it was quite strange. So trying to get that right, left, right, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, actually here, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, left, left. Yay! I'm glad it's a good day. Can I double the speed? I don't think I can. I can get that to 16th notes. Yeah, 16th notes. So I could rhythm pyramid this. tap, 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 tap. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1. It kind of works here, but I think only because I can't hear the attack on my feet. And I think if I could hear the attack on my feet, the tap, 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 I think it would come out weaker. That's not even, the hands are doing something funky there. Tap, 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 tap. There, we've just passed in the 5 minutes, which means I'm going to shift over to the Foothand. The Handfoot Foothand. I'm going to try some Foothand now, so it's going to be... which is really funny, because it has that like... feel. But this is not even at all. This is really rough. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a. I don't think I can get this to triplets. It just feels weird because I can't hear the kick, so I'm probably going to try it on the kit rather than do it all here. But trying to play that. It just feels weird because I'm too drawn to the attack of that. Unless I grab some kind of... I don't think I have anything soft in here to hit, so I don't mind damaging. If I did, I could probably dampen this so I can hear it a bit better, or hear my feet a bit better, but I think I'm just going to save it again. Handfoot, oh sorry, foot, handfoot, 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 and so on. And the key here is keeping the voice moving all the time to get a nice even roll. And this is a roll. It doesn't look like a roll, but it is a roll. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, right, left foot, left foot, left foot, left foot, left foot, left. Actually, this is, sorry, right, where am I? Right, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left, left. Just trying to get that really deeply ingrained. Because if I'm playing any kind of hand-foot stuff, I do not want anything kind of pulling my timing around. If I try and use the arm motion, it goes to hell. But if I get it on wrist, wrist is a little bit more comfortable here. Or at least a bit more accurate. Which doesn't feel very fluid. So I guess I want that fluidity there. Right, left, left, 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 right, left, left. I used to try and flip these over. I didn't really like that very much. Handfoot, 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 handfoot. Foot, handfoot, 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 hand. Handfoot, 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 handfoot. Foot, handfoot, 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 hand. Handfoot, 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 handfoot. Foot, handfoot, 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 hand. Handfoot, 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 handfoot. I'll try to switch over. Handfoot, 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 handfoot. Foot, handfoot, 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 hand. I keep talking throwing me off. Handfoot. I thought that Handfoot Foothand thing sounded so funny. Like, I've been laughing at that all day. It's like, Handfoot Foothand, saviour of the Foothands. Was that what I put? Something like that. Saviour of the Handfoots. Like, Handfoot being the name, Foothand being the surname. Just really funny. But it's just getting these... trying to get these kind of like hand to feet motions working. I'm going to do 5 more minutes. There's the handfoots. Handfoot, 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 handfoot. The foot hands. Ah, I can't flip. Handfoot. Foot hands. Hands on the downbeat. Foot on the downbeat. So trying to get these really comfortable. It's a really big difference when I'm trying to play this, any kind of these hand to foot patterns. And something I've noticed kind of recently, something I've been working a lot, is I tend to look down a lot on my hands, and it's really, really bad. Because if I do this, I start leaning forward, and it affects my center of gravity. So instead, I always try and keep my chin super high up, and I kind of do that kind of weird leaning back thing. I don't know if you can see that. I'm leaning back a little bit, not a lot, but just a little bit, to try and get a little bit more balance, a little bit more kind of balance directly over my center of gravity, rather than a leaning center of gravity. Especially if I'm playing something like super fast kind of foot-to-foot motion, or playing a stomping left foot. It just kind of like throws me off if I'm leaning too much. So, and as I lean, it tends to push my feet closer to the pedals, which means that they always come out fast. They always rush rather than drag, or not rush rather than being kind of rhythmically on the beat. Sorry, handfoot. Kind of order this. I want to go up a little bit, because I can go to the triplets, but it's a little bit too exciting for me. Let me grab my... oh no, my phone is broken. That doesn't bode well for the stream either, because if the phone is doing weird stuff, that means the stream is probably doing weird stuff. But we will trust it for now. For now. And only for now. So let's get rid of that, let's get rid of that, let's get rid of that, 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 and let's go to 170, which is illegal, by the way. You shouldn't really be doing that. You should always make sure that you're going by kind of groups of 5, ideally, or 2 or 5 are both good. Let's do this. Because a minute, I think 150 is about where I cap out if I'm playing 16th notes. If I played 16th notes here, it's just going to come out sloppy. Oh, there's that leaning again. The leaning really makes a big difference. Yeah, trying to get that super nice and clean. Kind of almost like hearing each of these accents, or each of these parts of the beat. Tap, 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 which is where my right hand is landing. The first off. Tap, tap, tap. Ah, it throws me off, which is bad. Tap, 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 tap. The feet are just really weird. That E is really hard to hear if I'm thinking about the 16 notes. 1, one E and a two E and a one E to E to E E E E E E 1 2 3 4. Kind of was like playing tap, attacker, kataka, kataka, katap. That ah is easier. Ah, ah, ah. Ah, ah, ah. Ah, it's not that easy. one. If I think about the R1. 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 So then if I try to do that with this, I'm probably going to do that on E and, E and. E and, E and, E and, E and, E, 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 E. The E is just weird, but in relation to the and, it's much easier. E and, 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 E and. So that feels a little bit more comfortable. We've done 25 minutes of pad warm-up now, which is good. That's about as much as you should be doing. Well, I mean you can do it longer than that, but that's probably good enough for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some water and head over to the drum kit, which I believe is all set up. And therein the fun lies. Although therein the headphones do not lie, because I do want to be able to hit my feet. If I can do that, then it makes my life significantly easier. So I'm going to grab my headphones and I'm going to do some stuff. I'm going to shift over to my other camera, and I've got another microphone set up. I'm going to keep talking, but this might be kind of somewhat redundant if this is a quiet one today. Let's get that. There we go. Cool. You can see that kind of other camera I've got set up there. So, I'm also going to take my so that I do not overheat. Because I am feeling warm enough. That is not necessary. So, I also need my mixer. So, as I am thinking about this, I am thinking particularly about trying to get this clean. I forgot to get my thingy. Now, if I do that, I don't need any of that, but I do need that microphone. So, in theory, I should be, first of all, eminently audible, and second of all, so should the drums. I have, in theory, improved this. This should sound a little bit nicer. I do need to grab my chat so I can actually see that, because I cannot see anything at this distance, because my eyesight is not that good. But, how's that for a microphone? Give this 1 second to wake up. It'd be nice if it did that. It'd be great if it did that. Hey, I've just seen someone else has spotted that I am streaming, which is kind of interesting. It'd be cool if they're on the stream now. This is not warming up. So let's get that going, and then start the racket, which is going to start with a whole lot of super fun stuff, because I feel like I have done my warm-up. Muck around for a little bit. So, I'm just going to play a whole lot of linear right left kick. You know that's not a phone. But unfortunately, I don't know that it's not an iPad. The amount of times I've called this an iPad, even though I'm staunchly anti-Apple. Like, if you offered me an iPad, I would refuse it. But call this a tablet. It just does not. It does not fit in my brain the way that it should. That this is a tablet and not an iPad. I don't know why. It's a little too loud, actually. Did I get Did I get "Let's Go" from you, or did you get that from me? Because I really can't tell. This is not too low. I'm gonna see if I can shift this up, which is gonna upset Sam Higgins very much because he worked so hard with me to try and get this the right height. But there, that'll probably stop me from hitting that darn microphone so darn much. There we go. That's probably where we got it. Yeah, that makes sense. If I'm playing Handfoot, I don't mind it because I land on the right hand. If I play Foothand, it's going to land on the foot. Which feels weirder. Hey, how's it going? Because I don't know anyone's name in this. How did you find the stream? And do I, what is your alias wherever else I know you? How's it going? Hey! Ah, super cool. I've only recently started trying to get the tags working, so it's heartening that it actually works. Are you a player yourself? Are you a drummer or just kind of looking drummers, or what's going on there? Awesome. I'm basically, my mission is to just practice a whole lot, and so my plan was to get really, really good at playing hand-foot patterns and foot-hand patterns, which, as you may notice, sound exactly the same. But it's really, 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 really annoying not being able to get them both to line up, especially when they're like over both hands and both feet. Really annoying. It sounds fine. To be honest, it sounds fine, but for drummers it's really hard. Whereas something like this sounds really, really hard, but it's kind of super easy. Oh, it'd be even easier if it was clean, but alas. It sounds more impressive, but it's much easier to do than feels like it'd be easier to play that as like a kind of like a slurred single stroke roll between the hands and the feet. which feels like a really 80s kind of thing, like when it comes to drum pads. But applying that offset. Really horrible. It's not clean at all. It's got to go at this kind of. I am indeed. I am a teacher. And I'm working out of the East Midlands. We have a famous archer, robber, historian, history. It is a town that has a famous historical figure from it, which is kind of neat. I keep hitting this darn mic. I think it's going to go higher. I'm going to move this up a bit. The reality is, headset is the way. Headset will make it super easy. But unfortunately, due to technical difficulties, i.e. I was too cheap and bought too cheap a headset, I don't think I can do that, so I'm going to have to stick to this until I can get that sorted. But, absolutely. So, what kind of music do you listen to? What kind of music are you interested in? Or the kind of music that you are interested in hearing drumming from, potentially. So I'm not leaning back off the back of the seat. There we go. That feels. Oh, this is getting better. There we go. That feels even better. So now I can actually get around. That kind of. Oops. Actually, I'm still going to hit the mic if I do crossovers. I was going to say these kind of linear patterns are nice for crossovers. The always look really, really fancy. I can't do this with keeping my hands low. I'm just going to keep hitting that mic. That kind of stuff. But you can do it with two feet, but I don't really like it with 2 feet. It just feels kind of like sloppy with the wrong foot. But handfoot. So another nice handfoot pattern is just anchoring on that left foot some. So I'm going to do that for a bit, just to improve that coordination. I am a big fan of progressive rock drummers. So guys like Mike Portnoy from Dream Theater, who's basically just a really flashy rock drummer. He doesn't do anything super out there. He just really likes weird phrasing. So he'll just play a normal. If I think about something like I've not played this in ages, the Dream Theater 6 o'clock kind of intro. He plays something like he really likes that kind of like very flashy thing, but it tends to be weird groups of relatively simple ideas. So like you see a lot of early Dream Theater songs, they really like those kind of like weird groups, but they're not too crazy. Whereas I'm also a fan of drummers like Gavin Harrison, where it's all style in terms of like he keeps it super level, and then suddenly he'll play something like something that I can't really play, but he's kind of like super quick phrases without losing time, without losing the time feel or anything like that. It all tends to stay super smooth. He really likes his kind of polyrhythms playing. If you're going to play a 7, he would then try and play a group of 2 over it. That's fun. But then you play the 4 over it and it grooves harder. This is the kind of Sound of Music thing. Sound of Music groove. That kind of stuff where he's kind of playing the group of 7, but he kind of phrases it in a group of 4, so it feels a bit more even. So you hear that dum 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 dum, feels a bit more kind of funky than playing where it just kind of lumps along. By the way, don't forget to follow if you like the things. But he really likes to play stuff in 3. He doesn't do this that often on the Porcupine Tree stuff I've heard. He does on the King Crimson and the 05 Rick material, where he will play... Oh, Tom's fallen down, that's not good. Where he will play... feel really kind of like difficult to track. 5s work really nicely as well with the 3. Why is that not coming together today? I kind of like that kind of stuff. Then you get like, I'm also a fan of drummers like Virgil Donati, who are really big on limb independence. So then they'll take something like that and say, oh, cool, so you're playing 7 against 3. And they'll say, cool, what about 7 against 3 against 4? And play something like, kind of like incredible phasing where it's very hard to kind of follow, but you've got to latch onto something. So one half of your brain wants to follow. The other half of your brain wants to follow. And the other half of your brain is thinking, what the hell is the snare doing? It's easy for human beings to hear that it's somehow sequenced. It's not random, it's sequenced. But it's impossible to hear that 7 out of context a lot of the time. But of course, to make it work, you have to have the song playing. Tack, 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 so that something is penned down. Because if it's all just totally random, it feels really weird. I've got a song that kind of does the same thing with a pattern in 5. Tack, 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 where everything is all 5s, but the hands are playing 7. But then it's all squashed into groups of 4/4, which is quite weird. Playing this kind of. It's nice and weird, but like I kind of prefer that a little bit to all the really choppy. Feels like you can't sit with that for long. It's quite anxious, kind of driving forward. Even if you're playing kind of the blast beats that always ask for the kind of. It doesn't. It's not something you can kind of sit and kind of mull over. Whereas these kind of. Polyrhythmic grooves are a lot more, for me, a lot more fun anyway. It feels like it's a lot more exciting and challenging to play. Not that I don't find everything else challenging to play, just that this is the challenge for me. Nonetheless, my timing is thrown off by these stupid combos that I've been ranting about. So trying to get really comfortable with them is one of the big challenges. So one different way of phrasing that is taking a pattern like Handfoot kick, which I'm quite comfortable with. That's not too bad. And instead phrasing it against the group of 4, which I've got to do now with my left hand. No, it'd have to be with my left foot, because my right hand, left hand, and right foot are all occupied by the right and left kick. Which means you can hear it in context. So rather than it being this, it's nice to play some triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that kind of thing. A 2 and 3 and a 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. It's nice to play in triplets, but to phrase it in groups of 4 makes it kind of cut across the beat in an interesting way. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, start in 3 different locations. It can either start on the right, left, left kick, right, left, or it can start on the left. Or it can start on the kick. So you kind of have to practice all 3. Something funky is going on with some symbol here. I just hit myself in the face with the mic. Something funky is going on with some symbol here. But you end up kind of like need to get really comfortable with all 3. So that's what I'm going to do now, just to get that really kind of baked in. start with if I start with the right, it will land on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it will land on the left. So if I start on, so I want to know how I can get into it and come out of it. Into it is fine because it's just the right, but out of it on the left, that's interesting. So I'll always have to end on the left crash or cut the phrase off early. Let's try starting with the left, which really means we've got one hit on its own. Oh, that landed on the right. That's nice. I like that. But you get the principle. There are 3 permutations of this pattern. Right, left, kick. There is the second one, left, kick, right. And the third one, kick, right, left. We're just starting right, left, kick from the 3 different positions. If you're fluent in all of them, then you will never get lost. That is the theory. In practice, it's still really awkward, and especially orchestrating this around the kit does take a little bit of doing to get it really. Those right lefts are nice. I could play it left right. I don't really need to. I can play with my left foot as well. That would probably be useful. I can just double it up and play the right left kick. Which isn't that interesting to me. It always feels kind of boring. Instead, I kind of like the right kick left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which kind of has that same feel, but because the accents are now off the beat. Foot doubles, that's what I should practice. Because the accents now, ta, 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 it feels faster than playing. It feels a bit more, got a bit more drive to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. foot. Foot doubles, that was a good one. So just trying to play single-footed. Is quite a nice one. Immediately it forces those foot doubles to develop, which is difficult. I don't like the foot doubles. Left foot really doesn't like foot doubles. Which is why I warmed up the left foot, because that is the one that gets the tendonitis if I don't warm it up. So, trying to get that feeling comfortable is quite a challenge. It is worse to get that feeling comfortable with the stomped black hi-hat. Kick, but the kicks are both the same foot. You obviously can't do this with the other foot, because with the you only got a hi-hat on one side, or I only have a hi-hat on one side. If you did have a hi-hat on the other side, then I suppose it would be easier. However, what I'm going to do is quickly grab some water. So, in the meantime, what are y'all up to? Because I assume you are not just watching me ramble. What are you up to besides the rambling? While I grab my water. If you can fill the space, then I will continue to fill the space as well. So, left foot doubles, that's a one. That's one I've got to do. Doubles and diddles and that kind of thing. I really need to kind of clean that up, because it's improving, but I don't really have a kind of particularly good, what am I saying? I'm saying that I don't have a particularly good left foot, but in general, that drags both my feet down. So if I'm playing these kind of, balance issues become magnified. So that's where the kind of looking backwards kind of thing, tipping the head back to try and get really comfortable with it. Both of those things are cool. Both of those things are cool things to do. You mentioned FTL the other day, and I swear it is going to give me a relapse, because I absolutely love FTL. I think every time I kind of go through a binge of it, I delete my save, so I've got to redo it all. The Rock Cruiser wrecked my life. Getting the Rock Cruiser destroyed me for a long time. Barrels of fun. So, the funny thing about this room is I hear so many strange noises as I'm playing drums. When you hit a drum, Often you get weird extra noises, like hardware rattling that shouldn't be, that kind of thing. Here, the cymbal. There are overtones that like just make strange ringing noises. It sounds like people talking. It sounds like people ringing the doorbell that aren't there. It sounds like all kinds of strange stuff. Bearing in mind, I'm in an old haunted factory right now, so it's kind of spooky dealing with all that kind of stuff. It's kind of really spooky dealing with all that kind of stuff. So, as I am playing, I'm always kind of got one ear out for ghosts and ghoulies, which makes it a very, very spooky experience. Apparently, this sound fear. So, let me have a think about what on earth I'm trying to achieve right now. It is all Handfoot. It is all Handfoot. My right foot is okay. The 3 against 4 was pretty more work. The left landing I don't like, so the right. I think I prefer the some of the left. Good down. Landing outside on the kick, I don't like very much. Oh, hold on. I've just clicked. I think that the last hit before that, if I land on the right... Yeah. If I start with the right, the way that it will resolve is that the next hit will be the following one in the pattern. It will land on the following one in the pattern. So if I start with the right, it will land on the left. So it will land from right to left. If I start with the left, it will land on the kick. If I start with the kick, it will land on the right. It's a bit awkward because it means you've got 2 kicks in a row again. Is a little funky, but as long as the foot double's there, it's okay. But my favourite one there is the left. That is the one I want in my vocabulary here. I played the kick. That's the left. That's right. That's still on the left. But I did something different. I think I'm struggling with the mic right here, so I will hopefully get that headset sorted. But that phrase is a good one for hand-foot coordination. It gets the hands moving. While also think about tap, 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 tap. Saviour of the Handfoots. I am here to save those Handfoot people. I am an unlikely saviour because my hand-foot combinations are awful, whereas a lot of players will really work these up to speed. I am not great either with my kind of double kick variations. Oh, these single foot ones where I'm playing this kind of. John Bonham ain't. And of course with the hats as well. But it's improving, But really, I'm shying away from the one I know I hate, and that is still interlude singles. Right, left, left, right, left, left. Weak. It's weak. faster without losing their cleanliness. Let's go, let's just play a roll on the floor top. Over here. That's going to be... We'll go over here, that's going to be... beckoning the Handfoot leaders with what I assume to be axes, and not just random flailing from my arms there. Weak. Dread to listen back to this on the record because that will be enlightening as to how weak my interlude singles are. The problem is I usually play them like this, out of context. In context feels a lot more difficult, especially if I switch over to the Foothand, which is, as discussed, not my strong point. What the hell was that? Oh, I just heard the sound of a drummer dying. Oh, horrible. I gotta think. I really gotta work hard to try and get that to not suck. You can hear that? That's what's happening. The left hand comes in way too early. There it is. So lame was a drum fill. compared to, if you take that kind of like.
We get trapped to quagmire arts.
Sounds almost like a beginner film. But that hand to foot coordination is really, really challenging.
Hand foot, hand foot, hand foot, hand foot, hand foot.
Now the Dave Weckl video collar YouTube thing that I cannot do, that I will probably never be able to do. But it does give me a whole lot of control over those limbs. And that's what I really want here, is the control. Monitors back on before I forget and my computer shuts down or something ridiculous. So, while I am doing that, I will also reflect on my, to be honest, kind of failure here to address the cleanliness problem at hand. There is a cleanliness problem at hand with the, oh god, it's a pun. There is a cleanliness problem at hand with these feet. Actually, that just sounds really bad. I hope nobody makes a clip of that. But there's a cleanliness problem at hand with these feet. My feet specifically. Because that really needs to flow hand to foot more effectively. And realistically, that's probably the speed I should be playing this at. The foot to hand. Hand needs to be better. It needs to be better. The problem is if I practice that forever, well, if I practice it at that quality forever, it will simply persist at that quality, even as it gets faster. It's not good. So I've got to clean it up. Tap, 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 tap. This is an ancient Handfoot party beat. Tap, 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 tap. They would often play this all the way back from a kind of a successful raiding, war party, carrying what I assume to be baskets of severed hands and feet, I suppose. It's not staying clean. The feet have a cleanliness problem. The hands and the feet have a cleanliness problem. So, what I need to do is not knock my water and pour it onto my mixer, thereby probably causing an electrical fire. Instead, what I need to do is do a whole lot of cleaning. Which means probably some really boring, just raw hand to foot. No mucking about. Just
I feel like the more I talk about foot content, the worse this gets. Did you know the German word for glove is Handschuh? It's a shoe for your hand. The German word for glove, Handschuh. The question is, am I making that up? Or is it true? And honestly, at this point, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure that's actual fact. You should genuinely check it because I'm convinced that it's true. I genuinely believe that it's true. Because I think someone else told me that wasn't certified kind of the wall. Or maybe I read it on the internet. And why would someone do that? Just go onto the internet and tell lies. Why would someone do that? So that, I mean, that is fine, that speed. I'm trying to get the speed up. Okay, someone in chat needs to now check that because I'm convinced I need to know what the German word for glove is. Like, because this is gonna bother me. Like, the question is one of you, will one of you check it and tell us, or will I interrupt the stream to go onto Google and search glove, Google Translate German. I suspect it's gonna have to be me. Homework? That can't be the German word for glove. Wait, I think I'm missing something here. You are busy doing homework and therefore cannot Google Translate the word glove. Okay, that makes more sense. I thought you were saying homework was the German word for glove, which doesn't sound correct. In a way that is damaging my wrist. That is terrible. So, I'm feeling a lack of caffeine right now. I had a horrible migraine a couple of weeks ago, days or weeks ago. At some point in the recent past, I had a horrible migraine, and it feels like I've not quite woken up from that still. So I might cut off earlier than 9 o'clock. Hope that's not bunking out of school early or kind of leaving work earlier than I should be. Hold on a minute. Homework. Wait a minute. Aren't you playing Faster Than Light? I thought, yeah, that's not homework. That's video games. Video games can't be homework. I don't know why it's turned into this kind of medium swing. Because video games can't be homework. Remember, video games can't be homework. no, quick! No one's interested. Play something fast. I can see the sacred words appearing on the screen. But I will soon find out what those sacred words mean. If this is the word that I think that word is going to be, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be upset. Well, one of them sounds so good, so that I'll accept. But the other one I think is objectionable. I can see it with my weak eyes from the PC screen. But as I restart my oversized telecommunication device, people are saying blast bunks. That is harder than most things. I don't like blast bunks, but I can get away with them. Ish. Tap, 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 tap. Or is it? Can I get it on camera? I don't think I can. Maybe I can. Maybe you'll notice. I don't know if you can see it or not. Maybe if I turn it around there. Where is it? I don't think you can see it. There's a crack in it, so if I go for a cymbal grab there, I'm going to lose a finger. Which is quite exciting, because I need those fingers. Keeps like a little bit of danger. A little bit of danger. I am knackered. I'm going to be honest. I am knackered. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to call it quits, like a coward. And instead of practicing hand-foot for another 24 minutes, which is what I should do, I'm going to go home and rest, because I suspect that it's probably better for my technique than burning myself out. I attribute this failure to complete the task at hand to two factors. I'm going to move across the room as I say this, so I'm probably going to be inaudible, but let's find out anyway. I attribute this failure to two factors. One is malnutrition, not in the sense of malnutrition, but not in the sense of not nutritioning enough. Where is that other camera? There we go. Not nutritioning enough, which is not good for you if you are trying to play drums. It is quite late, to be fair. It's getting towards mealtime. Not enough sleep, because I've been trying to get a doctor's appointment early in the morning. I've been failing. So I've been up super early to try and call them, and then they kind of ignore me. But, and the last one probably is just not
Not enough coffee? Too much coffee? I probably had too much coffee. That was why I was shaky. Maybe I'm just kind of coming down from that. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it there. And if anyone has watched this stream and enjoyed the stream, please shout out loud, sing out loud you appreciate it. That sentence really didn't go anywhere, did it? Discuss it loudly in the chat, and if you have not followed me, please follow me, because following is good for numbers, and we like numbers when they go up, but not when they go down. So, numbers go up, and otherwise, what I am likely to do is to leave it there. Thank you very much for joining, get practicing, and I will see you in the next stream, which will be on Saturday, when I do some songwriting here. I'll be doing it here. I'll be doing songwriting. I've not planned it out yet. Feels like I've got a couple of incomplete ideas, so I need to I'm not going to go back and fix them. I think what I want to do is try and get something I feel is more complete and that I'm happy with. But maybe that's a speed issue. So I will get that done, and I will see you at 6 o'clock on Saturday. Thank you very much. I will see you then.